This is Talk is Sheep, the official podcast of the Wild Sheep Society BC, brought to you by Sitka Gear. Come along as we bring conversations that matter to you into the high alpine. This episode is sponsored by our conservation partner, Precision Optics. Thank you Sitka Gear and Precision Optics for investing in healthy wildlife and sustainable ecosystems.
Hi everybody, welcome back to Talk is Sheep. We are here live at Sheep Show 2026, Reno, Nevada, having a great time. We're a little bit tired, been some long nights, some long days. I'm very pleased to have three folks here today, and we're going to just dig into some good sheep hunting tales and kind of weave in some conservation work. So first and foremost, Julie Chapman, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Can you give us just a quick little background on yourself, and then I'll introduce the other two gentlemen sitting with us.
Sure, absolutely. Obviously, Julie Chapman from the great state of Indiana, plethora of wild sheep there. Just started sheep hunting in 2019 or 20, can't even remember now. And the old saying is true, you either love it or you hate it. And when you love it, you just end up spending all of your money on sheep. And that's what happens. So,
That's right.
No, it gets in your blood, and you just become very addicting. I'm very passionate about it. They're majestic animals that you could sit for hours and watch. And I'm just grateful to be a part of the Wild Sheep Foundation still with the Women Hunt program, and to hang around cool guys like these two.
You betcha. So speaking of these two, we've got Glen Landrus and Bryan Bailey. Welcome, gentlemen. Anyone who's I think spent any time in the sheep hunting world will probably know who you guys are already, but give me the quick Coles notes on your backgrounds and why sheep matter to you.
Yeah, Glenn here. Thanks for having us, Peter. It's good to be on and talk hunting. From Washington State, business partner with Bryan Bailey. We've been involved with wild sheep conservation, about the same time we got involved with hunting sheep in terms of drawing our first permits back in, the late 90s, I guess it was, something like that. So. Been in business together for 7 years now. We guided together prior to that for probably a dozen years, and then joined up. So excited to be here at Sheep Week in a little bit different role for myself. We'll maybe talk about that later, but excited to be here and support all of these great conservation organizations, chapters, and affiliates that are here, and love what Wild Sheep Society BC is doing as well.
Right on.
Yep. Absolutely. Bryan Bailey here. So got involved with hunting sheep back in 98 when I drew my first tag there in Washington. And like Julie said, you either love it or you hate it. And first time I put my hands on those horns, I was hooked. Yeah. It's not win, it's just when's the next one. Yep. Like Glenn said, we joined together here after guiding for a gentleman for quite a few years and just having fun. That's part of it. We love hunting sheep. We love the conservation side of it. Been involved with Washington Wild Sheep there for quite a few years on the board and VP there. And so it's not always about taking. It's also about giving back to the conservation groups. And, just love hunting the sheep, love where they live. And like I said a long time ago, I'd go anywhere in the world just to watch somebody, tip one over. It's an awesome experience.
You betcha. Yeah, and so I guess speaking of putting things back on the mountain, one of the ways to do that is through some special permit tags and things of that nature, and that's part of the reason we've got the three of you guys here today. So why don't we get into what happened for the three of you last year?
Well, you guys want to start it? Because
I'll set the stage, and then I'll let you guys finish the story. How's that?
You do it. I love it.
We have a number of raffle opportunities in our state. In addition, we have what you guys call LEH. And anyway, Julie's been playing our raffles for a handful of years and was lucky enough to win one of our California Bighorn raffles for this hunting season. And we also had another gentleman win a similar type raffle. So we had two rams that we needed to get after, and so we finished up with Dennis, and Julie and her son were just coming back from the NWT. So we'd been on the mountain for about 10 days or so, close to it.
Yep.
And that the first hunt ran a little bit long, but it was fun because Julie and her son John showed up and got the spotters out, and I think we finished Dennis's hunt the next day. And then we made a run on, went up and looked at some rams, and they just didn't work out. You guys can tell that story. And then the next day we got into them and made it happen. But, yeah, just some amazing California bighorns we have just in a number of units, not far south below the border there with BC. And Julie's name was drawn, and the rest, as they say,
Still remember history. That morning. Remember that morning. I thought these two were just messing with me. They can be jokesters at times, but so finally, I think you actually called because I was texting a little bit, like back and forth. I'm like, yeah. He's like, have you checked your results yet? And I'm like, oh, I'll get there. I'm just brewing a cup of coffee to get to work, and then he called, and let me just tell you, the whole day went to shit. I don't know if I can say that. I don't know if I can say it on here, but I'm telling you, I tend to live my life like, Bryan and I were just talking to another gentleman that aspires to sheep hunt, and I told him, I just live life full curl, right? Full throttle, full curl, always on the go. And when he called me, I literally broke out into a sweat. I was running around the kitchen. I think you could probably hear me, like I was like out of breath running around the kitchen and screaming and, celebrating to myself. And my husband's like, what are you yelling about? It's too early, that kind of stuff. So anyway, finally settled down. And then, it was really cool to be there. For John and I to be able to celebrate with Dennis as well. What an accomplished hunter. What an awesome gentleman. That's the one thing about sheep hunters. I've not met one that is just not grateful and just, not, so happy to share stories with other sheep hunters. That guy is upper echelon, and he's done some amazing things, and just I felt like it was such an honor to be a part of that. It kind of worked out perfectly in my opinion. So
yeah, it was great. Well, I want to add or rewind back to, we knew that you won it.
Yeah.
But we don't like to tell, raffle winners, or if we happen to know a draw tag, that's a real special moment, right? I don't know if you log into your computer and you see congratulations or you've been drawn. And so I'm texting Julie, hey, evidently you can log in, just kind of dropping some hints and just nothing. Crickets. And then finally, Bryan and I are, texting.
I was kind of the same thing, right?
Yeah.
It's not usual that we're texting each other at 7 in the morning and that, and is she getting a hint here? It's
what do we have to do?
I think passwords were in I keep all of my, because obviously I'm a little psychotic, and I do enter a lot of raffles and drawings, and every state's got its own password and all this stuff, and so I think I had login information in a binder. I keep it all in a binder, but I think the binder was either at my office or somewhere, and whatever. So it took me a little minute.
Yeah. Those are great phone calls, though, to give. That's for sure. When somebody has one, it's like Glen said, it's a special moment. To have a sheep tag in your pocket, it is a special moment. Yeah.
The anxiety level just spiked. Like literally when I say I start sweating, it's because that is true excitement. Your anxiety level, your excitement, automatically in your head you start packing, and you're like, oh yeah, I gotta get my gun and the bullets, and I got this gear and that gear, and hell, it's not even for, it could be months away, but sometimes my husband will be like, what is the bag doing what do you have it on well, I'm going somewhere. He goes, I thought that wasn't for like 2 months. Like, yeah, well, I'm a little excited. So anyway, it's a good call.
Yeah, well, you and John came back from the NWT and had some travel snarls at the end, right? And had to fly in and
that was
get a rental car. The only rental car in Billings, Montana, right?
So I don't fly well anyway, and we were coming back and through Edmonton. We're halfway, and I've got my earphones on there, and John's like, he taps me on the arm. He goes, hey, real calm. Hey, we're going to make an emergency landing. We only have one engine. And I'm like, so what? And some choice words come out, and I start praying. He's like, you need to calm down. I'm like, I got to send messages to my family. I'm saying my goodbye. This is pathetic. I'm like I'm such a mom. But anyway, we end up landing. But the cool part is we landed somewhere in Montana, and they let us. I'm like, forget it. We're out of here. I got a sheep tag, and nothing's stopping me. I'm getting a vehicle. I don't care what it is. I don't care. As long as it's got 4 wheels, we're going. So we get this vehicle, and so my son's like looking, he's going to be my co-pilot, and he's like, oh, we can just stop at Sitka on the way.
How convenient.
How convenient. Knowing that his mother is like on cloud 85 million because, number one, we're alive, and number two, we're going to go sheep hunt. So that, we had to stop in there, and that cost me. He still reminds me every day. He's like, "Ha! I got some new waiters out of that deal." Anyway, we made it.
Yeah, well, I think that first evening you got there, it was really, really hot. It was the first week of September and over 100. I don't know what that is Celsius, but hot.
Warm enough,
Yeah.
It was the hottest sheep hunt we've ever done,
It's
and
very
we're
hot.
used to the heat. So we were looking at Dennis's, and we just couldn't get it done that morning, so we switched over, and you killed a beautiful, beautiful ram.
Oh,
And that afternoon was we had to go on a pretty good hike to get around to see him. What was it like when you first saw him?
Yeah, it was. So I mean, they had put eyes on him before, and again, they're teasers, is what they are. They'll tell you about it. But I think you sent me a picture early on, like maybe a month prior. But until you see the ram, and he was in all his glory, and it was hot. There was some smoke there, and there were several of them, and he was in the group, and you could just tell, when you looked at him, he stood out above all the rest. I swear to gosh, it's like a damn play or something with a spotlight on him. It was like that moment,
Yeah.
and then it was just like, then you just lose all functioning in your brain, and you go into like, okay, we got to make this happen. And then we tried.
Yeah.
We made a good attempt. We had how many people? So we had 5 of us.
Five
So
of
that's
us up on the mountain.
Right, that's
trying
difficult.
To sneak in. Yep.
It's difficult. We had good wind to begin with,
Yep.
and then we, where we thought he was, we laid eyes on him, and it just didn't work out. They snuck.
Yeah, they worked over an edge
Yeah.
there, and by the time we could get over there, and there was 11 of them in the group
Yeah,
or
11,
so, and
yeah.
so a lot of eyes, and that also puts a challenge in trying to get the right ram out, in the shooting lane and that, and so we kind of buggered them a little bit, truth-wise, and they just kind of moved off a little bit out onto a big flat, and so Julie and I, just us two, moved around, dropped down, got in. I think we were like 350 yards away.
Yeah, we weren't far. That was the first look, right?
Yep.
There's a pile of them.
Yep.
They're kind of on edge when we
Yep.
first saw them, and you're not set up to shoot. And I'm confident enough. We're not going to take a shot unless it's, we have too much respect for these animals. We're just not going to do that. So it worked out though. You and I had a great time. Like you said, they boogered off a little bit, but they were going just enough. They knew something was pushing them, right?
Yep, right.
But we got to check out some new area, and ironically, this is the best part. So he and I were up there, and we crest over a little plateau there, and I'm like, man, if I was a sheep, this is where I would hang out.
Right.
And he's like, yeah, me too. Look at we're looking around, and so you can tell the rest because we later come back to that same area.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, but on that first night there, we had them out there, had a good setup and everything. They were just, like Julie said, though, they kind of knew something was up, and they huddled together there on this big rock and just had a perfect picture of them.
Yeah.
And we could watch them, and they would move around a little bit, and our ram there for like maybe 3 seconds, 4 seconds, kind of gave her a shot. But it's like Julie said, we're just not going to take a risky shot. We know the rams, we know their habits, and so we can come back later in that. And finally, after, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes sitting there trying to get a shot through there, they moved off, and so gave them a little while, and Julie and I just kind of crept up and are like, okay, we'll just move through here, see if we can catch back up to them. But if not, we'll circle around, drop down, and have the guys come around and pick us up. And but yeah, it worked out great. It really was neat up there.
Something about laying your eyes on the ram that you're going to go after. Number one, you're not going to sleep until it's over. Legitimately, you're just not going to sleep. So that was a long night. You just want to get after it. You just want to keep going. But I think it worked out. It's weird. God has a way of making things work out because
Absolutely.
It was super important for me to have my son there by my side. And we kind of just did it. In the moment, they separated to go look. They were going to just go pick us up. And so you and I just kept going. And so it kind of worked out that we really didn't see him because the way that it actually happened was you couldn't script it any better.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so we went in the next morning and finished with Dennis.
Yeah.
Because, as Julie talked about earlier, is an older gentleman from Iowa, just one of the nicest guys we've ever hunted with. And the heat was really tough on everybody, but I don't know how many days he was into it. So we were essentially hunting him early in the morning and then Julie in the afternoon. And so we got his ram first thing in the morning.
Well, wait a minute. He's not really telling. He got an absolute stud ram.
Oh, yeah.
And this guy was, the excitement in this guy's voice and just whatever, that you're not telling that part. Like it's so awesome to see people appreciate sheep so much. And he wasn't he? He was just.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I think, I don't know that he said these words, but you get to a point, we're all going to get to that point in our sheep hunting careers where we don't know if we have it in us, right, to physically do that. And I think he was really tested that week. Mm-hmm. And, we stuck with him. We had a great team there. We had more guys than we normally do, but we knew we had 2 rams to find. And, when he finally got it, and that was his Fanaz ram, his 4th North American sheep, and he was emotional.
I love it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we were too. When someone goes through that at that age, and when we were done, it was like, this isn't your last sheep hunt, Dennis. Let's do it again.
Yeah.
Let's run this back.
I love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I want everyone, if everyone could experience something like that, wouldn't that be like just the best?
Yeah.
Because it would make you really appreciate like all of the efforts of all of these people in this room that are all conservationists and everything we're doing, the travel to get here, the money, the time, all of this. Huge. And some of these people have never felt that.
Yep.
We have.
Yeah.
And it's like, holy cow, we're super blessed, but I want everyone to feel it. So I personally, that was just like icing on the cake to be able to I kind of got like double the party.
Yeah.
Just to be able to experience that. So anyway.
Well, it was great of you and John too, because when we put you back on pause, like, hey, we're going to finish.
Oh yeah, no worries.
I think it was Andy that turned up Dennis's ram that evening that we
were
right.
Yes.
And so we got him. He and Garrett got him bedded down, and so we went in and were able to finish Dennis's and then get back on yours. And as we'll talk about that stock, but it was I guess as outfitter partners, Bryan and I were stressed to the max.
we had a lot going on there.
A lot going on, and 2 just awesome, just beauty rams.
Yeah.
So first thing the next morning, Julie's back up to the plate.
Yeah.
And we had Derek was key to keeping an eye on.
All eyes on board is what it was. All eyes. Yeah.
And Derek had worked hard leading up to the hunt to kind of pattern those sheep, and so turned them up the first thing the next morning, and then it was Andy and I were kind of across and down below spotting for you guys.
Yep.
And you guys picked up the group, and I'll let you go from there.
Yeah, and they happened to, be where they are, where they spotted them in the morning in that, and, they just were feeding, early morning in that, and they just kind of worked in, like Julie said, that area that we had just walked through that night, and, they went in there and bedded down, and, nobody had eyes on them at that point, but we're like, we know exactly where we're going and how to get there. This is going to be good, right?
Oh,
and so, we crept in there with Wyatt. Wyatt was with us, and
Absolutely.
John was with us, and so that was special that Julie had her son along with, right? And, we just worked through, and we're like, these are our footprints from last night, so this is,
well, the best part was, I just got it, like, because you really don't know exactly which little crevice they're over. You just don't know. And so he would, I love it just because you can picture, everybody listening can picture this. When you put the sneak on, right? And everybody just crouches down. So here would be Bryan. He was sneaking, and then I'm sneaking, and then I'd look back, and there's John and Wyatt. They're just waiting. They're looking at us with anticipation. But every little hill, you'd peek over. Oh, no, we're clear. We can keep going. But I don't know how many times we did that, but you get all
dozens.
amped. You get all
dozens
amped up.
Dozens.
Oh, yeah.
Every freaking time you're amped up. So anyway, carry on. I'm sorry.
No, it's great. No, that's the motion part of it. That's wonderful, right? As Glen and I, get to experience this with hunters every year. It's really a special part of it.
Yeah.
It means a lot to us to be part. But, we crept on in there. We can't find them. And then all of a sudden across the one draw, we see two little guys in there. It's like, all right, they have to be part of the group. So everything's in there, but you just can't see in there, right? And so kind of get Julie set up, look around a little bit. They're going to be there somewhere. And so we sat there for quite a little while. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, all right, taking ranges on things. All right, they could get up that trail over here, or they could be over there, right? So just get ready. And, I think we got a little
antsy. I got antsy. I got antsy.
Sitting there too
I know.
long. Right?
I'm not the most patient person. Everybody who knows me, yeah, it's me. But I'm like, oh yeah, okay. So your brain you just sit there and look, and when you can't see all of it, it makes you wonder. Oh crap, is there an exit route that way or this way or what? But these guys know that. I mean, they know that whole drainage and everything. So. But still, it was like they could come out here. We'd just be like, well, maybe they could come out here. So you're just on the ready. That's all you are.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
and then it happens.
And then it happens. Yep. So I told Wyatt to kind of sneak up and sneak around, see if he can't see into that next little draw. And he wasn't gone 30 seconds, 40 seconds or so, and he's just, then you see him up on the hill just like waving his arms and stuff, his eyes as big as they'd ever get, and he's just pointing. He's pointing over the hill, and we're like, what is he doing? And then you look over, and here comes the Rams up, right? And Julie's is in the lead right there. And yeah. And
I mean, we were set. I mean, we were, the gun was all on the ready the entire time. But the funny part is Bryan was looking at Wyatt, and then all of a sudden the Ram's there, and he goes, oh, Ram. And he's like, wait. I'm like, you just say the word, because I was just focused on, I got to make a good shot.
Yep.
And I wanted him to focus on, is this my Ram?
Correct.
You just tell me. No one else talk. You tell me. My son knows that, so he was just watching.
Yep.
And I literally think you said, yeah. He started to get yes.
Yeah.
Like
Well, when they first come out of the draw right there, it's like, that's him. I mean, he's got that look to him, right? You just know it. But it's like, hold on. Let me make sure. Put the binoculars on him just to make sure. We don't want to make that mistake.
Right.
But, yeah. And then
I think you barely got yes out, though. That was the best part. Because I was ready to just tap.
Yep.
And so, boom.
Yep, it was about that quick,
It was
too. It
about
didn't
that
last
quick.
long at all. And
No. And then I think we may have tackled each other. I'm not quite for sure. But, and then Wyatt comes running over, and Wyatt's a big fella. Now, his kid is strong. And so between him and John Hug, I think I may have hurt my back a little bit. But, no, that's when the fun begins, right?
You betcha.
So
exactly.
That was a great hike over to him. And then, when you walk up to him, it's that moment of it's that you can just just blow that breath out. Yep. And then it's like emotions take over. When you put your hands on, holy shit, the mass and the horns, and you think of, my gosh, everything this sheep's been through, it's just pretty epic. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
Still emotional.
Yeah.
Can't help it. Absolutely love this stuff, and it's just to experience that, and to have John there, and to be with these. Your hunt, I said this before, but you guys know this. You know how I feel. Hunting is great, and think if you, and I'm not knocking anybody that goes to hunt by themselves. Kudos to them. That's just not me. If you don't have life to share with people that you love and surrounded by great people, then your memories are just. But I want to share them with my family and around good people. And that's what made the hunt so special. Like that memory of just having that core group up there. I'm sorry, you were at the bottom doing your thing, but that dream team up there, so to speak. Holy smokes! They were all fighting me to carry the sheep off. I'm like, no, boys, no. This girl's carrying this sheep down.
Yeah.
So
Well, you bring up a good point, and I've mentioned that a number of times to my friends when they talk about, why do you spend so much money to go on that hunt? We're not lucky like you BC folks.
Oh man.
And I just believe when we get to be 75, 80, 85 years old, you don't sit back and go, remember that brand new Chevy pickup I bought in 2025 or a snowmobile? We don't.
No.
But what we're going to do forever, the three of us, is there's an awesome video clip that Bryan took when Julie got to the Ram and he was piled up in the rocks, and we're all sheep hunters, and it doesn't matter if it's a deer or a sheep, but it seems like sheep have, there's so many details in their horns and the story they tell that you don't see. It doesn't matter how much you've watched them prior to the hunt. When you first pick them up, it's just got all these fingerprints of their life, right?
Yeah, right.
On it. And so he's kind of piled up there, and so Julie picks him up at Bryan's video, and we have a screen grab off of it. It's a low-quality picture, but your expression, that's what we're going to remember. We're not going to remember the new snowmobile or pickup that we bought, right?
Right.
It's
Yeah.
until until our memories are gone, we're going to laugh about that
I know
and pull
it.
that picture up. And
It's not good, my friend. Let's just leave it there. Again, I told you, live life full curl. Well, I am always excited, and it's hard telling what I was doing, but
yeah,
it's just that moment.
And that's what we love to see, though,
Right.
right? We
Yeah.
love
Yeah.
to see, friends and clients excited or emotional about it. Back to Dennis's. I mean, completing his finale there, 75-year-old man, hunter. He's been all over the world hunting, and this is really special. You see that with a guy that's hunted so many different species, and they're tearing up, right? And that gets emotional for Glenn and I and all our team around there, right? Yep. That's really special to us, and we'll remember those memories just as much as Julie's and that. I mean, it was perfect. I had the perfect angle of it, and it's just like she picks him up, and it's just like, oh my God, look at him.
Oh yeah,
so,
well, just
super
cool. One of the most beautiful California bighorns we've been fortunate to hunt.
How long? I've been telling you this for like 3 years. I'm like, man, I really want to hunt a Cali ram. I really want one. And they wanted to buy one at Sheep Show, and they just above my price range, and
mine too.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm telling you, this is the deal. People that want to aspire, just buy a raffle ticket.
Yep.
Sometimes it just takes one.
That's right.
So
right.
It's the beauty of it.
And it's giving back to conservation too.
That's
a lot of our chapter and affiliates always have different raffles, sheep raffles out there for fundraisers and that, and all it takes is one.
Yep.
Yeah,
so don't say you can't afford it. Like the gentleman back over there is like, I just can't afford sheep hunting. I know it's expensive, but you can afford a raffle ticket.
Yep.
At least one.
Absolutely right.
So yeah, Peter, that was it. That's all we did.
That's a heck of a
That's
story.
all we did.
Just that, eh?
Yeah.
No, I mean there was a lot there, right? I do some guiding and everything you guys just spoke of, like the, hunting with friends or with family. Those moments when you're walking up to the ram and all these flood of emotions come out, like I know that's what keeps me coming back personally, and I'm just sitting here with a big stupid grin on my face listening to this story, like, oh yeah, I love it, love it. And I mean, congrats, Julie.
Thank you.
And you guys, like that's an awesome story. I was really happy to just sit here and listen to it, and I'm sure the folks that listen to this are just going to love it too, because who doesn't love a good sheep hunt? And
absolutely.
That first stalk, your son's not with you, and it's like it just wasn't the right moment. I was just reliving. I was on a Doll sheep hunt this year up at Arctic Red guiding, and we had a very similar situation where you thought you were in the right spot, you thought it's going to happen or something, but you're like, I kind of wish it wouldn't happen right now.
Yeah, right.
Right. I won't say no, but
I
kind of there's a few things I'd like to be a little bit different, and I was just replaying that hunt while I was listening to this, because there's a ton of similarities to that moment, and then Same thing. I got this great photo of the gentleman that shot the ram there. Same exact thing, just like this. The expression on his face, and you're like, "Yeah, this is the moment." Cheese, like you don't know I'm taking this, but so good.
Yeah, if one picture could just tell the story of the entire hunt, that's it.
That's typically me, though.
Yeah.
I'm just not. I mean, I was with the gals at the women hunt thing in Texas, and these girls, I can't contain excitement, enthusiasm. I think it's just because I'm so passionate about it. I love it so much that I'm just not that calm person. Now I'm calm to get the job done, don't get me wrong, but I'm going to let it all out.
Yeah. I think the world needs more of that.
Well,
it's a good.
I got enough to share. I'll say that.
Can we bottle that?
Yeah, right. We could sell it. But I've seen some of those guys that are, just super calm and just kill a 195-inch ram and just a handshake and just I'm like, well, okay.
Yeah.
I sometimes wish I could be a little bit more calm, but it's just not me.
Nah.
Got to be who you are.
That's right.
Yeah.
No, but as soon as we were done with that, we're on our way home. We're flying home, and I'm like, oh, now where are we hunting?
Yeah.
Then you start like, okay, so we're on our way home, and I'm like, John, we're on the airplane. You need nothing to do but think on the airplane, right? I'm not flying the dang thing. So we're sitting there, and I'm like, oh, do you know what? That's two. We are halfway to a third finale. I'm like, so we can opportunities. We can go hunt now. So we got to book some sheep hunts. And he's like, oh, Mom, we're not even home yet. I'm like, I know, isn't this great?
Yeah.
So he messaged me last night. He goes, "What'd you book us on?"
I think it's John's turn, isn't it? Let's get him.
I tell you what, I don't know. He's kind of funny. He said to me, he's like, "I'll go with you, but I don't know if sheep's my thing." So I don't know if he truly means it,
Right.
or he just wants it to be my thing.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't know that. I haven't quite figured that out, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
But sure, if he gets a turn, I mean, we're going to buy tickets for him.
Yeah.
So if he gets a turn, I promise you, we are not turning it down. He's going to learn to love it.
Yeah. I'm sure when he's, behind the scope for the first time, it'll change. But
Yeah, and
that is a cool perspective he has. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome young man,
Thank you.
first son, and
Thank you.
it was really fun to have him there.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, that was the best part. Having, so hopefully we can be blessed to have a couple more, because he's 19 years old, and boys they're not going to hang with their mom forever.
Yep.
So
Yep. You got to seize those
I'm going to
moments.
seize every little bit I can, and it sure is nice because he's big and strong. So you can just have him I don't mind bossing my son around. I don't want to boss these guys around. Hey, give me my water. Carry this. Can you carry this for me today? Spotting scope's getting pretty heavy. So anyway, we're going to do it again.
Good.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And it's the very first time I've never had sheep summer sausage.
From your ram.
From my ram. Never had. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So shout out to one of our guides, Wyatt Flynn, and his neighbor Jim McGill. They just put this together, some summer sausage of your ram, some of the meat from your ram.
Yeah.
And so when Stelter said, "Hey, let's do that podcast," we're sitting here on Friday morning. I'm like, "Well, have you ever done a podcast, Peter, where you were eating some?"
I have not. No.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
I don't know. You probably can't talk with your mouth full, but we're going to enjoy some of the protein from Julie's awesome sheep.
Yeah.
Awesome.
My pleasure. I'll do it again for you.
Excellent. Yeah, I'll take you up on that. Yes. So what's on tap, I guess, for the rest of the show? What's coming up this year? You're talking about next hunts and all these things. What do you got?
Next hunts, we're gonna this coming July. John and I are gonna head off to the Yukon.
Yeah.
We're gonna go with Mervin's and try to catch us a doll. We're
Cool.
gonna try to capitalize on that, and then here at the show, we're gonna see what we can do about a stone sheep. So
Nice.
Oh, there we go.
we got a little
Yeah.
we got a little work to do yet, but I believe it will happen.
Seems like there's a lot of folks on the floor today or yesterday looking for stone sheep right now.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It seems like ebbs and flows. Different years, different things. But just from walking around chatting with some of the other outfitters, like everyone's looking for a stone sheep right now.
That's not good
Yeah.
for me.
I know. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Yeah.
But if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. So we'll see. So
And how about you guys? What's this year looking like? Do you have or I guess what are the timelines for the tags mostly down in Washington, and how does that work for you guys?
Well, our auction tag sells tonight, and that's a big part of our business model, as well as the raffles that we've been talking about. So we've got some good friends and hunters that are going to be looking at that tag. So hopefully one of them is the last one with their hand up tonight. And then for the last 4 years, we've guided the auction permit holder in Nebraska as well. So kind of same situation tomorrow. And then after that, our raffles run until about early July or something, and they're drawn in late July. So yeah, we just
A little bit of last minute planning there.
that is really stressful for us. Yeah, because the season opens September 1, so you literally could have 5 weeks or so. So we do a lot of looking whether we have a hunter or not. So we just want to know what's out there, and we've got a couple guys, Garrett and Derek, that live close to the areas that we hunt. So they're always sending us some pictures of what's going on over there. So yeah, we'll see how tonight goes and tomorrow night, and then we kind of shift our focus in terms of find some raffle folks and and then
Get out
personally
there and get after it. Yeah.
Personally, Brian and I and a couple of our friends are headed to Mongolia in August.
Very cool.
For Ibex, so
sweet.
It'll be
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
When
Glenn
we
and I
doing that,
hunt
Julie?
together.
I don't
Yeah.
know. That's going to be a bit. I don't know.
Oh, come on.
I don't know.
It's so
I know
safe.
somebody.
I
I
know-
know
I know
somebody that's been around.
I know
Yeah.
you do. That's right. We'll see.
I got some ideas.
I like
Yeah.
that. It's good.
Yeah. No, it's super safe.
Is it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I've only
Yeah,
been there
that's
once.
great.
I don't know. How many times have you been there, Brian?
To Mongolia? Oh, I think I've been there 5.
Yeah.
You taking that walking stick?
Yes, I am.
Boy, this guy's
That's-
got this guy. Whew, it's not just a stick; it's a walking stick.
Yeah.
No trekking poles for this fella.
No,
Yeah.
no. Something I got used to going
Yeah.
over into Asia and that. And you got, And once you get used to something, even like the trekking poles and that,
Yeah.
you feel almost naked without them. And so, yeah.
So that's all we have. Brian
Yeah.
has some international travel with some clients.
Yep.
I don't even know what that is, but
Oh. Yep. Headed to Russia.
Oh goodness!
Probably, for snow sheep, 1st
Wow.
of August. So that's exciting. I haven't been over for snow sheep in Russia, but I was over this last November for ibex and chamois with a client. Then I got a couple other argali hunters that I'm traveling with to Mongolia. So that'll come later after Glenn and I's trip. We'll get back, and then I think I got a couple 3 days before I got to head out for that.
Wow.
That looks like it yet. So a couple other things kicking around with a few clients. So, yeah.
Good problems to
Yeah.
have, fellas.
Yes.
Good problems. Yeah.
that's it. Yeah.
Right on.
Pretty
Well,
boring
I mean,
schedule.
No doubt. Yeah. You know,
Mhm.
just a sheep hunt here
How about
and an
you?
ibex hunt there. I'll be going up guiding in NWT again
Yeah.
for a little bit of time. I give him a lot of crap, but my youngest brother's getting married in September and is just sewered my guiding season.
September?
I know.
So is
Yeah.
he not a sheep hunter?
Nope, he's
Oh,
not.
there
He's
you go.
not. And so yeah.
That's still not an
I got into it
No,
with him
it's
pretty
not.
hard, but yeah, there's nothing I can do. I got to
No.
be there for him for that. So that's that'll change things. But the plus side, I'm kind of like, oh, maybe I can go do some hunting for myself instead,
there you go.
and get back at it. I haven't really got to go chase sheep in BC for 4 years now. So
Oh, wow.
now I've got an opportunity. Always make lemonade when
Sounds-
life gives you some lemons, right? So
That sounds like a plan to me. I think you've already planned that out. I like
Yeah.
that.
yeah, I haven't
Like,
I haven't fully committed to telling my wife about that yet. So she's going to be a little
Take
sour.
her with you.
Yeah.
Take her with you.
see.
Solves all the
Yeah.
problems.
I'll probably bring my kid with me if I can. And,
There you go.
Oh, awesome.
It's for the same reasons, good packer, and
How old is he?
he's going to be 16 in the summer.
Oh yeah,
so-
perfect.
yeah.
16. Gosh,
Yeah.
fresh knees,
You betcha.
strong back.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah,
So you just tell your wife you're going to do some bonding time.
that's right.
That's then there you go. She'll say yes.
Oh yeah. No, she's usually pretty good about it.
There you go.
But,
That's awesome.
Just do my work in the spring and get ahead of things, right?
Yeah.
And, yeah. All
Well, good.
Yeah. Well, guys, it's an absolute pleasure to talk to you today. This was super enjoyable conversation for me to just sit here and hang out and listen to a sheep hunt story. So really appreciate it. Really appreciate everything that you all do. I mean, between the women hunt stuff, Glenn, your long history with WSF, and just I think it's so incredible, the people that are in this room, the work that gets done here, and I can't thank you enough for that, because I'm a tiny piece of the Wild Sheep Society thing. I'm a member with WSF, and I've met so many incredible people through this event, coming here year after year, and it's just truly inspiring. It keeps you going and wanting to do more and more and more, and can't thank you enough.
Thank you. Thank you
Yeah.
for your work.
Yeah, absolutely. Wild Sheep Society BC, you guys are doing great things. And Brian and I are still on the board for Washington Wild Sheep, and have been for, 25 years or
Yep,
something. And
somewhere right
we're
in
really excited. I know you're getting your hands dirty, and you're right in the middle of all the Seroptes study. And our board just voted last week to ship you guys another $25,000 on your next
Nice.
cycle there. Keep it
Yeah.
up. Our side of the border has been a little bit slow to really want to come up with a management plan, if you will, and so you guys are doing the dirty work, and we're glad to offer some financial support. So on behalf of all the members of Washington Wild Sheep Foundation, thank you guys. Keep up the great work, and we're looking forward to coming up some kind of a on-the-ground management plan from what you guys are learning, and and we can apply it not just south of the border, but everywhere, right?
Yep.
So
Yeah.
that's awesome work. Keep it up.
Well, thank you for that support. I know Kyle mentioned it to me last week already, but we really appreciate that. It's huge. I mean, there's so much work to do right now with those bighorns in that area, and it's incredible the support that you guys are giving to our province. And I feel like we're kind of driving the bus in the sense of like our chapters working together, I know our staff on the BC side they're doing what they can, and I know there's some challenges, with sheep that are cross border sheep, right? There's if you do something on one side of the border and you don't do it on the other, well, what are you really doing? But no, I think we're just going to keep hammering them, and we'll get it all fixed at some point here. So yeah, just really love the support, and we'll keep at it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Excellent.
Yeah, and are you making it up to Penticton this year?
I'm hoping. You
Cool.
bet.
Yeah, I'll drag you out to the pens and
that'd be cool.
wrestle a sheep or something.
Yeah, I was just talking to our chapter president, Garrett Grant. He lives pretty close to you guys, so I said, hey, I'll just come spend the night at your place, and we'll go up. And so yeah, it's a great event, and you guys don't know this, but Canadian whiskey in Canada is free for Americans.
For Americans,
did you know
Good
that?
to know.
Oh, excellent!
Now, that's
I
what
didn't know that.
That's
Wow.
what Stelter told me when he
Kyle.
got me up there the first time. May or may not be true, but it is still a hell of a show and a great time.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's good. Good to know.
Oh, right on, guys. Well, thank you so much. Wrap up this podcast, and we'll probably eat some of this summer sausage here.
Sounds great.
Let's do
Thank
it.
you.
Excellent.
Cheers.